What's up, my people, and welcome to another episode of the Divine Guide with your favorite host, Goddess L Divine. I'm excited to be here recording our very first video episode. Um, it took me a minute to get here. I was a little nervous about being on camera, but I am getting more and more comfortable with recording the episodes. And so I was like, why not just go ahead and do video? And pretty soon I will be having a few guest stars that will also be on video recorded. So I said, why not just go ahead and jump right into it, even by myself? So today we're going to talk about letting go of the past so that you can move forward in your life. Some people like to call it cutting the cord, cutting ties, forgive and forget. And I feel like with that saying, forgive and forget, a lot of things get lost. You forgive the person, but, you never forget, the pain that they caused you. And, holding on to that pain can do a lot more damage to you emotionally than just letting go of the pain and cutting cords and cutting ties completely. I feel like what you shouldn't forget is the lesson that you learned, not exactly the pain and the hurt, but the real core of the lesson. And a lot of that can come with, when you forget the lesson, it's because you didn't really cut those emotional ties that have constricted you to the pain. And when you hold on to the pain, you hold on to resentment, you hold on to, bitterness. And nobody wants to be bitter. Nobody wants to resent because when you hold on to resentment, bitterness, and hate, it's like um, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. You're doing nothing but hurting yourself. When you cut emotional ties with the past to evolve, when you cut emotional ties with the past to evolve, practices can be complex, but it's essential to the process for personal growth and development. Here are some. I'm sorry, I'm looking. I'm looking at my notes, but here are a few steps that will help you along your journey. Because me personally, I know I have a hard time cutting ties. I am, or I was, what you would call a people pleaser or a pushover. And when I would go through turmoil or disagreements with friends or family or a loved one, uh, I could forgive them, but forgetting the pain, was hard for me. So I had to learn a few things to help me along the way. The first step is acknowledging the past. When you acknowledge the past and you recognize and accept the experiences and emotions that are tied to your past, this is the first step towards healing. Because when you realize and acknowledge what has happened, then the lesson becomes clearer. Also, another thing you can do is understand the impact. Understand the impact. Reflect on how these past experiences influence your current behaviors, belief, and practices. Understanding this impact can help you identify what needs to change. 3. Seek closure. Now, this is kind of difficult because sometimes when you seek closure with people, we always think we have to be in the same room as them or we have to talk to them. And for me personally, I know once somebody has hurt me or once somebody has betrayed me, um, the last thing I want to do is talk to them. The last thing I want to do is see them because all those feelings will rush back in, all that anger, my blood will start to boil. And then, emotions will take control. And that's not always the best thing. When you If it's possible to find the way to achieve closure with the person, if you feel comfortable with them, then yes, talk to them. Express your feelings. Hopefully, they will express theirs back, and then there will be some type of closure. There'll be some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, I cannot think of it. What is the word? It'll be copacetic. There'll be some type of amicable break. Whereas if you're like me and you get all those emotions come rushing back, how about trying to write a letter? Writing a letter has really helped me. 9 times out of 10, I don't send a letter. I just write it and I read it and I reread it. And once I'm done with it, I'll either throw it away or I'll burn it. Um, this is a form of cutting cords. This is a form of letting go. This is a form of release, releasing the past. The next step that's best to do is to focus on the present. When you focus on the present, it allows you to be mindful and to concentrate on the present moment. This can help reduce the emotional hold of the past and increase awareness of the current needs and your goals. So when you pivot your focus from the he said, she said, from what they did to me, how they made me feel, to, okay, I have acknowledged what happened. I have become aware of, my part, their part, everything that went down. I have found closure, whether I physically spoke to them, sent them a text, wrote a letter, sent it, didn't send it, or possibly did some type of releasing ritual or practice. Like some people like to write on them plates and then smash them. That's a really good one to do too. Once you've done all that, now it's time to focus on the present. Set some new goals. Maybe pick up a new hobby, do an exercise routine, or if it was a friend or a family member, maybe focus more on someone who's actually been there for you, who's actually had your back, instead of trying to chase after the person that hurt you or did something wrong to you. And then that leads me to the sixth step, setting new habits or developing new habits. Replace old practices with new, healthier habits. Consistent practice of these new habits will help solidify them over time. So, like I said, pick up a new hobby, do something different in your life, replace that old, stagnant, emotional pain with something that's productive, that's pleasurable, that's exciting for you. If you feel like you are lost in all of this and that none of this is helping, seek support. That's number 7. Seek support. Engage with friends, family, or professionals who can provide support and guidance through the process. So talk to somebody. I've stressed that many, many times in other episodes. Seek help if you need it, because sometimes, most of the time, we can't do everything on our own. And if we were meant to do everything on our own, then we would all have our own individual planet all by ourselves, doing everything on our own. But that's not how it is. We're on Earth all together, loving together, living together, breathing together. And at some point in our life, yeah, we can do things on our own, but we do need to bite the bullet and seek help. And the last but not least thing to do is be patient with yourself and have compassion. Understanding that cutting emotional ties and evolving practices is a gradual process. Be kind to yourself and acknowledge your progress, no matter how small. Again, something I have said plenty of times in past episodes. Love on yourself. Be gracious with yourself. Be kind to yourself, because you are one of a kind and you're kind of the one, and you're the only one that's going to be there for you in the best way possible. Now, don't let that contradict what I said when finding support, because we do need the help. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we need a fresh pair of eyes, a new pair of listening ears, someone who's going to give us healthy and positive feedback. Whereas sometimes we can be our own worst enemy and we forget that. So if you remember to love yourself and to take time, everything will work out in the best way possible. You have to love on yourself. Don't be afraid to love on yourself. And sometimes loving on yourself means forgiving and forgetting your past, cutting those ties so that you can evolve into the best version of yourself. So, I'm going to give y'all a few aids, or if you're into crystals, herbs, and affirmations, colors, if you believe in those things, having a connection to, your spirit, and what am I trying to say? So, like, crystals can help with your energy. Wearing certain colors can help with your energy. Smudging, smoking, or drinking certain herbs can help with your energy. So I'm going to give y'all two crystals, two herbs, and two colors that will help with breaking ties and instilling self confidence. So the first is the crystals. The first crystal is citrine. Citrine. I think I'm saying that right. Let me get my notes up so I can read them right. Citrine. Citrine is known as the stone of success. Citrine promotes motivation, activates creativity, and encourages self expression. It helps dispel negative traits, fears, phobias, and enhancing self confidence and the ability to achieve goals. Tiger's Eye is the second crystal that I recommend. This crystal is renowned for its grounding and stabilizing energy. It enhances willpower, self confidence, courage, aiding in making clear, conscious decisions. Citrine and Tiger's Eye, I almost always. So I'm wearing amethyst, which is my favorite crystal. But I usually have citrine in here. And Tiger's Eye is also another common crystal that people like, that I like. It's also really good for your chakras. I believe both of them deal with the solar plexus chakra because of that yellow. And that's where a lot of self confidence, where your self confidence is stored, like in that solar plexus area. That is a chakra that deals with that. An herb that is good, you can drink it. I don't know if it works like adding it on food. I'm not really sure how that goes. Maybe even smudging it, which you just put it in a fire, flammable, safe, non-flammable, safe container. I like to use a soapstone dish that I have. You can get a coal, light the coal, and then put the rosemary on top, or just burn it straight from the flame. So, rosemary is an herb traditionally associated with clarity of mind and improved memory. It can help boost confidence by enhancing emotional clarity, mental clarity, and focus, making it easier to approach challenges with assurance. And the second herb is basil. Basil is known for its uplifting properties. Basil helps to reduce stress and anxiety, fostering fostering a sense of calm and confidence. It is often used to promote a positive mindset and inner strength. And then the two colors that I recommend, that you can incorporate in your home, in your wardrobe, maybe in your car if you're in there a lot. The first one is yellow. Yellow is often associated with the solar plexus chakra, which I just was speaking on earlier. Yellow represents joy, clarity, and energy. It stimulates mental activity and self confidence, encouraging a positive outlook and assertiveness. And the second color is red. This powerful color is linked with the root chakra, which symbolizes strength, vitality, and courage. Red energizes and motivates, boosting self assurance and drive to take action. I hope that this little bit of crystals, herbs, and colors kind of help you to shape your next outfit or your next um, decorating theme, or just something to keep in mind. Um, Maybe seeing signs. Sometimes it comes in forms of colors, herbs, crystals. Maybe these will be reminders to put yourself first, to cut those ties, and to step into self confidence with with confidence, with love, with light. All right. So to close this session, I'm going to end with a few affirmations. The first affirmation is I release the past and embrace the present with confidence and strength. I release the past and embrace the present. I release the past and embrace the present with confidence and strength. This affirmation encourages letting go of the past attachments and focusing on the present moment, fostering a sense of empowerment. The second affirmation is I am capable of creating my own happiness and fulfillment. I am capable of creating my own happiness and fulfillment. This statement reinforces the belief in one's own ability to find joy and satisfaction within, rather than relying on external sources. The last one is I trust myself to navigate life's challenges and grow from them. I trust myself to navigate life's challenges and grow from them. This affirmation builds self trust and resilience, promoting the idea that you can handle difficulties independently and learn from them. I think that's my favorite affirmation. So I'm going to say it one more time. I trust myself to navigate life's challenges and grow from them. I pray that this lesson helps someone out there to cut those ties and to forgive and forget your past. Focus on the present and move forward because you deserve it. Sending you love, light, and peace, my people. Stay blessed.